On today's video, we take a look at the cheap SPT servo that I found on eBay, and I'll let you know what I think of it and is it any good for the $27 that it cost me. Welcome back to the channel, Adam from RC Action Australia. Thanks once again for joining me on the channel today. Today's video, I wanted to have a quick look at the SPT servo range. They're a low profile servo. I was looking at some other options to run in some of my other cars rather than spending, that $100 range plus for a nice Savox servo. So before we get on to having a look at it, I'll rig it up, we'll run some power through it, I'll show you it moving, and I'll give you a little bit of a demo. Big thank you to everyone who has liked and subscribed. Make sure you smash that notification bell, hit subscribe, like, comment down below, check out all of my other videos. That would be absolutely awesome if you could do that, guys. So, like I said, I was looking for an alternative rather than buying $100 plus servos. Now, you can pick up all sorts of other servos. I've done a little bit of a sort of a recap on some radio gear and servos in the past, so I'll pop the link to that video up above so you can check that one out. But today, I just wanted to run through the low profile. It's a 12 kilo servo. I'll put some more specs on the screen down here and put some photos of the specs on the back of the box for you guys to have a look at. But yeah, 12 kilo digital SPT 4412LV servo. So it's about the same size as a Savox servo, and I actually put one of these in the Egress build that I did recently on the channel, and I was very, very impressed with how this performed. So let's have a little quick look at the specs. I'll put a photo of this up in the corner. So we've got I guess the one thing that we really want to look at is the operation speed when we're looking at a good quality fast servo. So we've got 0.11 of a second, 0.09 of a second at 6 volts. So that's pretty fast, and I think that's pretty much comparable to some Savox range servos. So for the $27, let's go plumb some power into it. I'll show you it moving. Not overly sure the long-term durability of these servos, but they do seem quite good for the $27 that they cost. So there are some channels out there that do servo tests, hook them up to weights and all sorts of things. I don't really know the purpose of that, because I think once you put it into a car, you add a little bit of speed, load, and all sorts of bumps and whatnot. That's probably more real life operational testing. But there's plenty of information out there. I've watched some other YouTube channels, and that's where I came and saw the SPT servos, and I was actually quite impressed with the specs. Enough with the rambling on about the servo and all those fancy testing techniques that you do see out there on YouTube. Let's power it up. I'll put it onto my FlySky GT3 and my receiver. We'll power her up. I'll put a little servo horn on the top so you can see it in motion. And yeah, I'll let you know how it feels, how it looks, how it sounds, and yeah, sort of determine whether is it really worth the $27 or is it actually a better performer than its price point. Okay, so we're back inside. We've got it plugged into just a basic radio gear setup here. I've got it paired with my FS GT3C. Awesome remote that. So here's the specs on the box. As you can see, it's got some pretty impressive numbers, and if you do compare that with some other servos on the market, the numbers here are actually pretty good. But numbers don't really mean anything. I have purchased some cheap servos in the past. They're very glitchy in operation, very noisy, and yeah, you can just tell that they're cheap and nasty. So let's have a look at the outside casing up close here. So as you can see, we've got that 0.9 seconds, and that is to the 60-degree mark. So that's not a bad servo. For speed-wise, it's got a nice casing. It is low profile, as you can see. It's got metal gears and ball bearings. So yeah, I'm expecting this to actually perform quite nicely. Now we'll see if it actually centers up. So we'll go to the right, to the left. So it does return to center quite nicely there. Now let's hit it with some speed. So that is actually quite fast there, and yeah, not a bad servo at all. And like I said, I have put one of these into my Egress build, so you can check that video out, and that was a subscriber build. So, and the subscriber is very, very happy with how this servo performs. So hence why I figured I'd buy another one and show you guys on the channel. So thanks for watching today's video. I know not overly exciting video, but I just wanted to share with you the SPT low profile servo and let you know basically my impressions of it and what I think about it. And as I said, I reckon it's a good servo for the money and definitely an alternative to buying sort of a high-end $100 plus servo. Now, I don't expect it to perform anywhere near like a $100 servo, but for the average person out there who just goes and rounds and uses their car in the park and wants that low profile, or some models themselves actually do require a low profile servo, like the Schumacher Top Cat. Some of the F1 cars from Tamiya actually require a low profile servo, and it's a good way of freeing up a little bit more space inside of your RC cars for some other radio gear if need be. So that's today's video. Remember to hit like and subscribe. Check out lots of my other videos as well, and I look forward to bringing you the next video. But yeah, not too bad, SPT, not too bad. Bye.